The f*** they got rose petals and shit in here? What the f*** y'all doing? The f*** is this?
You have the camera.
Forget you got servers or something? Yeah, I got cameras on the house and on my f***ing phone to record your
You got the camera on me now.
because you're a f***ing cheater. I do everything for you. I pay the f***ing bills in this house. Do everything for your You got a whole nigga in my motherfucking house.
It ain't even
Bro, get the f*** out, bro. I'll you, bro. I will you, bro. The f*** out my crib. Ain't no f***ing calm down my shit, dude.
I'm sorry.
Man, get the f*** out, bro.
You should have told me that. Come on, man. I didn't know you stayed with no man.
Oh, you didn't know? Oh, you didn't know? Yeah, I pay everything. It's my motherfucking house. The f***.
You knew.
Oh, you knew? Yeah. You like, oh, and the man, the guy, bro. I'll f*** you up, man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What's wrong with you, bro?
No,
Yeah, get your goofy ass out.
baby, I'm sorry.
Ain't no baby soy in my ass.
I'm sorry.
Get the f*** out.
Why do I have
You know
to?
what?
What am I supposed to do?
Man, get your f*** out my house.
Stop. No,
Get your
stop.
shit.
Stop.
Get your shit. Get the f*** out my house.
Where am I supposed to
I don't know what the f*** go with this. Get the f*** out, bro.
I'm finna go.
Bro, I'm gonna smack the shit out you, bro. Get the f*** out, bro. If I smack the shit out you.
Come on,
Get the
man.
f*** out, bro. If I smack the shit out you, man.
How you
Get the
doing?
f*** out my f***ing crib. Both of you.
am I supposed to go?
Man, get this f***ing dog. No, this dog staying here. I pay for that. No, I paid for him. You ain't paid for shit.
Dude, I didn't, man,
You
bro,
ain't
I
worth
didn't
shit.
even know.
God, you did know. She just
If
said
I
you knew.
know, I wouldn't have came to
Man,
another
I'm
man's
not
house.
trying to
though.
hear none of that shit, bro. Get the fuck out, bro.
I would have never came to another.
Yeah. Got you some clothes and everything.
What the going on? Because this is my stuff.
Yeah,
This is my
Yeah, here's your so get your and get the out.
what?
Get the out. Get your and get the out.
For what?
Get the not. Who is Zoe?
Who?
Zoe.
I don't know.
Zoe, you stop playing that. The dude already showed me the message. I'm on it. Just
I
be
don't
real.
know. So what are you talking about?
You don't know. So if I hit him up, you not gonna know him?
My coworker?
Oh, yeah. Now you remember him.
You know him. You've been around. So that's
I
my
know.
coworker. That's like my friend. That's like my partner. I know his girlfriend. And
Yeah. Well,
everything.
does his girlfriend know that you him? Dude, your girlfriend know you're your partner, quote unquote.
We my brother, like my bro.
That's see, I know how that game. Just look, just get. It's cool. I'm not tripping. Get your and get out. Just get
Like
your
you,
things. Bro, get
you're
your
gonna
thing-
go by with somebody
Get
else.
your
said?
things and get the out, please.
You
It's
doing?
simple.
You're gonna do this on Christmas Eve.
It's not actually Christmas Eve. It's actually past 12. I waited for Christmas on a dot to start this off. It's 12:15. You can look. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas. Since you want to be a little Merry Christmas. Get your
See where she at. Excuse me. See where she at. Yeah, bitch. Come on, you want to talk to your sister? I got you, yeah. Your sister at work. Yeah, she just called me. Yeah. Thought I wasn't gonna know. I know what time you up here, though. I know I got your location on. I know you up here somewhere. Is that her? Oh, that ain't her. She think it's a game. I am not the one to f with. I am not the one to f with. I don't give a f about none of these police been over here. I don't give a f about none of y'all. Straight up. I know this in here. You see over there? I hope they ain't check in yet. I hope they ain't go up the stairs yet. Oh, yeah. That's you. That's you. Yeah, that don't like your mother. That don't like your mother. I don't like your sister. Hey, Nisha. Who's this?
It's my brother.
You put your hands on him, though?
Yeah, it's
Who's you, boss? Who's you, boss? Who's you, boss?
This is crazy. Yeah, bro, she her and your whole husband calling your phone, dog. This is crazy. Yeah, bro, she got me all in their bed. Tell them I'm hitting it every night. Every night I'm hitting it every night. You got me all in your bed, man. You sick. Let me get my stuff together. Answer the phone. Answer that phone, though. Answer the phone. Answer the phone for your man. Tell him how I'm hitting it all night. Tell him how I'm hitting it all night. This is sad. This is crazy. Your man, your husband keep calling you, dog. Answer the phone. Yeah, she got me all in their bed, bro. Answer the phone for your man. This is crazy.
Bro, what? You knew I had a guy.
No, I didn't know that. I real life didn't know you had.
I told you.
You didn't tell me nothing. You didn't tell me nothing.
Down for whatever, so.
You called me over here We was watching Netflix, y'all, and that phone kept going off. Answer for your husband.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Radash. Secondly, I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this truth in righteousness and in sincerity. And third of all, I want to give salutations to the hopeful elect. And the title of this lesson is going to be, These 2/3 Eves ain't never going to be loyal on this side. They wicked. So I'm going to repeat that again. These 2/3 Eves ain't never going to be loyal on this side. They wicked. So as you seen in the beginning of the video, you know, those Israelite women, you know, they're not loyal. You know, majority of these Israelite women out here, you know, they sneaky. They be going behind your back, texting dudes, you know, out clubbing, you know, just being a whore and a harlot, you know, not being a holy and not being a righteous woman, you know, not being a wife, you know. They for the streets, like they say in the world. That's these 2/3, you know, women. Majority of these women out here that you see are on that kind of timing because that's the new normal when it comes to how a woman is supposed to operate and act in this world, you know. They're supposed to be the choosers and, you know, dropping this guy and getting with this guy. And if they already with a guy and they like another guy, they can choose him over him. No, that's off, you know. That's completely off. But I'm going to start this lesson off with Deuteronomy 28 and 56. And, you know, this is one of the reasons why this is the case. Because of the curses that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai put on our nation because we weren't serving him as we should have, you know. We weren't serving him in, you know, truth and in sincerity, you know. We were going off. So the Lord cursed us. Now, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 56, and it reads, The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, you know, cheating on your husband, you know, going and sleeping with another man while you have a husband, you know, that's having an evil eye, you know. You don't care about your husband. You don't love your husband, you know, and you're showing it through your actions, you know. And above that, you know, you don't care. You don't fear the Lord, you know. These women, they don't fear the Lord because if they did, they wouldn't be doing these things because there's a punishment that comes with those kind of acts. You know, it's against the commandments of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai for a married woman. Marriage being, you know, once you have that sexual, you know, intercourse, you know, that unification, you know, and you bestow her as your wife, you know. After you do that, if she, you know, go and sleep with another man, that's adultery, you know, and that's punishable by death. But these women doing that, you know, that's them they do that so often and on such a regular basis, and it shows that, you know, they have an evil eye towards their husband, you know. That's one of the most blatant signs that, you know, that's the case. These Israelite women have an evil eye towards their husband. It don't matter how much they say they love you. And it reads, and toward her son and toward her daughter, you know. Because when you do these things, you're going to break the family up. So now you know, in this world, the woman is most likely going to be raising the kids and having the kids the majority of the time. So now, you know, it's confusion in the household. You got two separate lives. The man and the wife is living, you know. A lot of the times the man end up not even being in the kids' lives because the woman want to be a demon. Or, you know, the man is, you know, a deadbeat and he don't want to be in their lives. So, you know, they just drift apart. So that's having an evil eye towards the daughter, because you doing that, bottom line, is going to cause a disconnect between the mother and the father, you know. you women cheating on y'all husbands, you know, y'all know that's gonna happen. So you know that it's gonna affect how the children are brought up, you know, how they're raised, you know. Now, I'm gonna grab 1 Esdras 4:37, and it reads, wine is wicked, the king is wicked, women are wicked, all the children of men are wicked, and such are all their wicked works, and there is no truth in them. In their unrighteousness also they shall perish. So, you know, women, they are wicked, you know. They're the weaker vessel. So, by nature, they're more susceptible to these wicked, fiery, you know, evil darts that Satan shoots, you know, at us, you know. They're more susceptible. So, they're, you know, inherently wicked, you know, on this side. That's why Eve, you know, she got deceived because she was the weaker vessel, you know. Through her came sin, you know. So it's like, it's always been, you know, a repeating thing of, you know, the Israelite woman, you know, going off. Women in general, you know, they're more susceptible to going off and, you know, succumbing to the, you know, the deception of Satan, you know, which is obviously going to make them more wicked, because if you're, you know, you're more susceptible to the deception of Satan and following his ways, you're going to be more like him, you know. So the woman is more, you know, susceptible and more, you know, it's easier for the woman to, you know, operate in that spirit of Satan and be completely oblivious and, you know, just be enjoying life like there's nothing wrong. But it's, at the end of the day, you know, it's not of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai. And I don't mean to be too long-winded, but, you know, it's not of our Lord, you know. And these women, them being the weaker vessel, they can't really comprehend that, you know. These 2/3 Israelite women especially, because they weren't created, you know, and brought here on this side to understand. You know, they're going to understand in the kingdom, but they weren't brought here to understand. So they just be living their life and enjoying their wickedness. Now, let me grab 1 Peter. This is 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 7, and it reads, likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together for the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. So, you know, the woman is the weaker vessel, you know. She is the weaker vessel. That's why she's supposed to have a husband, you know, a man of the Lord, you know, as a husband to guide her in the right way. Because if she doesn't have a husband, she's just going to go her own way and be led astray, you know, by this world, because this world is evil. And it's also, you know, like I'm about to grab in Galatians, it's the wicked flesh, you know, us being in this wicked flesh. It's a constant war. It's a constant battle. And, you know, the woman being the weaker vessel, you know, it's harder for her to fight this battle, you know, because it's easier for Satan to deceive her and, you know, lead her down a dark path, you know, because she's the weaker vessel. You know, her spirit isn't as strong as, you know, the spirit of the men of the Lord when it comes to, you know, fighting against, you know, the attacks, you know, fighting against these temptations, you know. The spirit of the woman is not as strong as the spirit of the man. But I'm going to grab this in Galatians 5:17 right quick. And it reads, for the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary the one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would. So, you know, the spirit, like the spirit that's in these women, you know, is of the Lord, you know. So like through our spirit, we want to serve the Lord and do the things that we know are right, you know, by the Lord, even if we don't know the law, you know. Is something within us, which is the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, that knows right from wrong, you know. And we want to do those things. Well, I'm speaking about the women, you know, they want to do those things, you know, but they are more susceptible to succumbing to, you know, the lust and the desires of their flesh. You know, when you women, you know, you have a husband, you know, you love your husband, you know, you want to be with your husband and be faithful, you know, that's your spirit. But your flesh, you know, is lusting after these other men you seeing, you know, you want to talk to that dude because he look good, you know, you want to do this, you want to do that because of carnal things, you know, and that's your flesh, that's lusting. And women being the weaker vessel, it's easier for them to succumb to those lusts, you know, to this, you know, and to these spirits, you know, the spirit of, you know, lying, the spirit of deceiving, you know, that's why they be so deceptive when they be getting caught up in what they doing, you know, like those videos at the beginning, you know, majority of them was lying right off the bat, you know, they sneaking and geeking, you know, sneaking and freaking. And right when you catch them, all they want to do is just lie to you, you know. All they want to do is try to deceive you, you know, because they are, you know, succumbing to those spirits, you know. They are the weaker vessel, you know. So it's way more, you know, well, how do I put this? You know, basically, you know, these women, they are just, you know, they at a disadvantage when it comes to, you know, this battle between the flesh and the spirit because, you know, they're the weaker vessel, you know, and that's why the serpent didn't go after Adam. He went after Eve because he knew that she was at a disadvantage being the weaker vessel and not having Adam, you know, in that moment with her, you know, she could be deceived because the man's spirit, you know, Adam, you know, he would have most likely not taken the bait, you know, but Eve was the weaker vessel, you know, she was at a disadvantage. So the serpent, you know, he used that against her. And that's the same thing that's happening over and over again today. That's why you seeing what's going on with all of these relationships and these women out here cheating, you know? They're constantly being deceived by Satan, just like Eve was. Now, but, you know, it's a constant battle between the flesh and the spirit, you know? These women, you know, through the spirit, they would be faithful, but because their flesh is prevailing over them, they're not, you know? They're out here cheating, out here lying, you know? Doing abominable works. Now, this is Ecclesiasticus 25 and 23. It reads, "A wicked woman abateth the courage. A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die." So, you know, like I was just mentioning, you know, Eve was deceived, you know, and through her came sin because she's the weaker vessel, you know. She succumbed to, you know, the deception of Satan. And that's the same thing that's happening right now. You know, all of these women, they, you know, they're succumbing to the lust of their flesh. You know, these spirits that are attached to their flesh, you know, they're succumbing to those. But it, you know, it says, "A wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance and a wounded heart." You know, like having a woman, you know, out here cheating on you, you know, not being faithful, you got to keep looking over your shoulder. It weighs down on your mind, you know. It's not good for you, you know. If you can't trust your woman, you know, you're never going to feel at peace. You're never going to feel, you know, at peace within yourself, because it's like you got a demon next to you, you know. You never gonna have that full confidence in your rib, you know. And that's not a comfortable feeling. That's not a good feeling to have, you know. But let me jump to 26 right quick. 26 and 24. It reads, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 24. And it reads, a dishonest woman contemneth shame, but an honest woman will reverence her husband. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. Right, you know, these shameless women that's out here, you know, like them women in the beginning of the video, out here just lying and not caring, like they're counted as dogs to the Lord, you know. The Lord don't care about them, you know. The Lord is going to destroy these women, you know, these 2/3 women, you know, these 2/3 Israelite chicks out here. Like, the Lord, he is going to destroy them, you know. He counts them as dogs. They're shameless, you know. So when you seeing these women out here cheating and they just don't care, they lying, laughing, and doing all of this weird stuff, just know, you know, the Lord got something for them, you know. It reads in 25 again, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord, you know. And that's how our women are supposed to act. You know, they're supposed to be shamefaced, you know, humble, you know, following the orders of their husband, you know, serving their husband and being loyal to their husband, you know. And that when you do that, that's these women, you know, using the fear of the Lord, because the only way that these women can do that is if they fear the Lord. That's the only way that they will, you know. The only reason that they will, because they fear the Lord. If you don't fear the Lord, you know, you're just gonna do anything. You're gonna do what the world tells you to do. And that's what majority of these Israelite women do. These 2/3 Israelite women, you know, they just living their life in the world, obeying the orders of the world. But it reads in 26, and I'm gonna close it off on here. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all, but she that dishonoreth him in her pride shall be counted ungodly of all. So cheating on your husband, going and sleeping with another man when you got a husband, you know, and I don't care what y'all talking about in this world, a boyfriend, that's your husband, you know. If you have a husband and you out here sleeping with other people, you know, you are dishonoring your husband, you know, and you will be, you know, you're ungodly, you know. You will be counted as ungodly, because that's not of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. That's not a godly act, you know. It's the opposite. So, you know, I just wanted to make that point on these 2/3 women. You know, they're wicked, you know, by nature. They're the weaker vessel, you know. So they're more susceptible to going off and doing these wicked works of Satan, you know. They're much more deep into these, you know, wicked works and these stumbling blocks that Satan has out here, you know. These different practices, all of these things, they're much more susceptible to these things, being the weaker vessel, you know. But the main point that I was making was them being more susceptible to, you know, well, them being susceptible to cheating, you know, to committing adultery. So, you know, you Israelite women are supposed to be honoring your husband by being loyal, you know, serving him, learning him, you know, and, you know, truly treating him like he's your Lord, you know, because that's how Yahweh Hashem Yahushai wants you Israelite women to treat your husband, not to be out here salivating and trying to talk to other dudes, trying to, you know, wait till your husband go to work and, you know, hit up Johnny down the street or Jason across the street. No, you're supposed to be focused on your man, you know, studying him and learning who he is, you know, learning what he likes to do, what he like to eat, you know, how he like to live. That's you honoring your husband, you know. You're supposed to know your husband like the back of your hand. But with that, you know, I hope you brothers and sisters was edified, and I hope that the point, you know, came across how I intended it to. So Lord willing, you brothers and sisters was edified. And with that, Shalom, Akim.